4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, Ranchin here, bringing on a sec of commentary. This is going to be the second set in Group H of the round 32 of the Nate MSL. We're going to have JangBi, or JangBi, as I generally call him for some reason, playing up against Firefist, aka Sense. Because he makes a lot of sense, or none. They're going to be facing off against match point. We're going to have JangBi at the upper right-hand position as the green protoss. And we're going to have, as the purple zerg at the lower left-hand position, Firefist. So JangBi's going to... Apparently I've started calling him JangBi again. Interesting. I had this period of time where I always referred to him as JangBi. But now apparently just in my mind is JangBi again. I have no idea why. These things just happen. I have no idea why. I'm pretty sure that in the correct Korean way, it's pronounced JangBi. I just started calling him JangBi because at one point I used to watch GOM TV. And Daniel Lee always called him JangBi, so I just kind of started calling him JangBi. But now I haven't watched Daniel Lee in ages, so now it's just in my head back to JangBi. I don't know why. Don't ask me. So, yeah, Firefist is going to go for a 9 pull to start things off. He's going to try to put on some early pressure. Going to force the two cannons to come up before that Nexus. That's definitely going to happen. JangBi going for a scout right after that pylon. And just going to go inside spot, be annoying, try to prevent that nat expansion from coming up. Ooh. Oh my god, extractor trick! Getting that extra single drone out there, oh my god. Oh my god, extractor trick. That extra drones are going to go to the next expansion, mine some minerals, and bring them back. That was interesting. Why I did that, I don't know. Could have just stayed inside the main for a little while and mined some minerals there. Would have done a little bit faster, but hey, who am I to challenge the minds of a pro gamer? Firefist actually won. There was a pre-match rookie tournament. Well, not rookie, a pre-match Royal Roader tournament. Basically, there are a lot of players this season who are first-timers in the MSL. I think 9 total. Best was among them. And Firefist actually won that tournament. Best didn't even come close. Yeah, Best didn't even come close to winning that, so... But, yeah, it's his PVZ, so that's always in question. JangBi is another player whose PVZ is always in question. It's about 50%, which, you know, it's good. It's a good rate, much better than some other players, but compared to his, for instance, 65 PVT and his fairly respectable 60... Did I say 65? I meant 68 PVT and his fairly respectable 55 PVP. It's kind of, you know, not quite up to snuff. That one single pylon blocking that suspension is going to get taken out. But the probe microing, trying to pick off a drone, not going to manage to do that, though. The drone is going to be able to put down the hatchery. But every single delay really helps. Meanwhile, there was a drone that moved to the upper left-hand position, so that's basically going to come up just before this natural expansion. JangBi did, meanwhile, put down a cannon. Not quite sure whether I saw him yet. One single cannon, actually, and then his Nexus. Because being annoying and not really a lot of zerglings produced, I must say I question the decision to put down a 9 pull and only producing 2 zerglings. I mean, really, if you're going to go for a 9 pull, why not produce those 6 zerglings, go on, put some pressure, you know? But JangBi, of course, being very annoying with his probe, just kind of made Firefist go, no, I don't like that probe. Don't like him. I'm going to get my lair up, but I don't like that probe. He's going to put this layer up. The probe meanwhile just running around. JangBi is one of those guys, yet another one of those guys that can be fairly irritating with that probe. In PvP, he is very well known for manner piloning. Man, JangBi, him and Bisu, really. Both those guys are... Bisu, not so much. He's very annoying with his probe, but is not as much manner pylon. He does do that. But JangBi in PvP, man! Damn that boy manner pylons. He's like, yo, gonna put my pylon in your grill. I'm not sure if that made any sort of sense, but for those that it did, congratulations. You are a very special type of person. JangBi still running around. I'm not quite sure whether he got that probe to the upper left-hand position yet. He's going to run that right towards there and is going to be able to outround those 2 zerglings and going to get the full-on spot. Going to see, oh, it is indeed a 3-base build. Oh my god. Get his core up, his second gas on the way. So I assume Stargate. I assume he's not going to pull a Cal. Cal went for a Citadel first on this map. Or was it this map? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was this way. He went for yeah, he did go for Citadel first against Hyuk on this map, and that turned out fairly well for him. He went for early pressure, did a lot of early damage. Well, actually, yeah, at least tried to anyway. But no, there is just going to be the good old staple early Stargate. Get that scout out. Still pretty sure. I think I saw the probe go to the upper left-hand position anyway. JangBi still being a little annoying. Playing some more zerg being produced. Try to pick off that probe, and they are going to. Yay! Probe is not going to go down there and spot the lair in the spire. Citadel Ladoon coming alongside that Stargate. Oh, let's see. I think JangBi is just going to go for one single. I could be completely wrong. Could be proved wrong in seconds, but I think he's actually going to go for only one single Corsair, maybe two. Just going to go out there, get that in there. Get the one single Corsair, get the scout, possibly pick off one single Overlord. Meanwhile, he gets his second gateway up, getting his first goon after Zealots. Still doesn't have his forge spinning. And I'm going to see whether that Citadel is for that leg upgrade or whether it's going to tech up quickly to Templar Archives. It's just going to be interesting to see. First, Corsair on the opposite, meanwhile, is on the way. I got to stop saying it's on the opposite side as much. I don't mind saying it, but when I say it every single time, he's doing this and he's doing that on the opposite side, and the other player is doing that on the opposite side, and this guy's doing this on the opposite side, and I'm scratching my nose on the opposite side as I fondle my... No, wait. Corsairs is actually... gonna move right towards that upper left hand. Might be an Overlord that's vulnerable there, while Firefist is actually gonna get his Hydroist bent up. This actually, I don't think I've ever commentated Firefist games. Not in the MSL anyway, maybe in the Pro League, but I don't think I've seen him in the OSL way back when. Oh, timing Scourge. JangBi trying to micro around his Corsairs and flying them right into the Scourge. He was one hit away from killing that Overlord. Ouch. Second Corsair gonna run in. I shall finish the work of my brother. More Scourge coming in to intercept them, though. So at the very least, Firefist very timingly with those Scourge. Like, kill you. Let's see, still producing. Okay, I was completely wrong on the Corsair front. Still producing a lot of those. But I think that Cybernetic Scourge is spinning actually for goon range, because there are some goons up. Some Corsairs just inside the main, while two Pollens being put down inside the middle, and no cannons. Okay, one single cannon. Just I'm saying no cannons. There actually is a cannon. What's wrong with me? Don't answer that. There's a cannon at the natural expansion. Scourge might actually have to be very careful once they range it. And JangBi still just getting some Zealots out in the field on the opposite side. See, I can say it there. On the opposite side, Firefist being very careful, putting down two creep colonies inside it at the upper left hand. Putting down one at his natural alongside Den. There are, meanwhile, two Dark Templars running towards that upper left hand, I assume. There's an Overlord standing there, though, and there are going to be two Sunkens morphing in. So this is not going to be overall too effective. Really, just one of the things that Hyuk was not very careful with. Cal was allowed to just run around on this map with his Dark Templars and do what he wanted. There's going to be a DT coming through the natural expansion, so these DTs overall not going to be too effective. I question this Bisu build, really, because he really, at this point, he would want that Sarah to come to the upper left hand to pick off the Overlord. Picking off the one single Overlord would make this entire take us. One single drone is going to come down, two drones, and that DT is going to be forced back now. That Corsair coming in would have been able to do just fairly bit of damage. An Archon being morphed in, this is interesting. I'm not quite sure where he got a scout. There are quite a few Hydras out, so I'm not really sure whether it's smart. And he did actually go for weapons 1 upgrade. So I'm definitely questioning him not moving out with his Sairs already and trying to pick off those Overlords so he can do some economic damage to the upper left hand. Has a fairly large number of them, enough to pick off a crap load of Overlords. And there aren't really that crap load of Overlords to the upper left hand. Just one! So go and kill! Doty's kind of hiding on the map at the moment, just waiting for the opportunity to strike to be absolute ninjas. There are finally some Hydras at the upper left hand. And some Zerglings running all over the place. They're going to at least being able to see the Simmer. Simmer? Is that Shimmer? Shimmer or something like that. Going to be able to see the outline Shimmer thing of the DTs as they die. And of course, Corsairs finally going to go to the upper left and going to run right into some Hydroists. That's beautiful play there. And JanbBi's meanwhile of expanding at the 3 o'clock minute only. He's really not accomplished much at all. Meanwhile, getting his gateways up is going to get an army going. Does have that one single Archon. He probably just readied that just in case. But there's going to be a heavy Hydra army, so it's never going to help. He is putting down his photon cannons before Nexus, and I applaud this decision because far too many Protoss have been forced to cancel a Nexus at that 3 just because of a huge Hydra army coming and just not enough defenses. Second cannon's going to come up. There's no Nexus, but there are Hydras coming at just the right time. Archon and Zealots try to force them back. No storms from the Templar yet. Cannon's going to be forced to cancel. That base is going to be late. Templar might get picked off. Does get picked off. No storms, and these Hydras are going to be able to do a fair amount of damage. Zealots Nullifier is going to be forced to pull back. Once a high Templar in there to support. And JangBi just allowing his Corsairs to sit there. Usually loses his Archon to his Hydras. Firefist, at the very least, he's not really going to be able to break the front. Not going to be able to break this natural. High Templar, good to get picked off. Though does get a good storm off. Ooh, late dodging there. So good storm there by JangBi. One thing you can say about JangBi, those storms, no matter what matchup, the storms are JangBi storms. Although I gotta yet again question the use of trying to attack a clump of overlords over 2 spore colonies. 1 spore colony, maybe. 2 spore colonies, not so much, pal.